court documents, said he knows the names of the individuals on the Epstein client list. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them, but I'm bound by confidentiality from the judge on the case, and I can't disclose what I know. So he always argued he had nothing to do with that list, and he's saying that President Trump, I guess we're back on. Are we back on? It looks like we're back on. Good. He's saying that President Trump, I guess, is the one who made the decision, and Bill O'Reilly says he heard it from Trump's own lips, that you can't release the list because there's too many innocent people like Dershowitz who maybe had dinner or lunch with Epstein, maybe doing a business deal with Epstein, maybe had a phone conference call with Epstein, and they're on the list along with people that did some very bad things. But I said this in hour number one, if that's true, why can't you divide the list up and figure out the bad guys and release that part of the list only, right? Or B, at the very least, you got to be able to say that to the nation, President Trump. But remember, these are the same people this administration claimed, our FBI claimed, our DOJ claimed, Kash Patel and Dan Bongino claimed it's a shut case. It's over and done. He committed suicide. He wasn't murdered. And I don't believe that. You don't believe that. We know that. Oh, yeah, he committed suicide while the cameras were off and the guards were asleep. Even though he was on a suicide watch. Ridiculous. And Epstein's brother, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, is named Mark Epstein. And Mark says that the more that people in this administration say something or try to do something to quash the idea that he was murdered, they keep putting their foot further in their mouth. You know? And so I can't even explain to you how ridiculous this is. And one more thing, and then I'll get to the good news about Trump. But Trump throws his support today behind Rhino Lindsey Graham for U.S. Senate re-election in South Carolina. What is that about? Lindsey Graham? Why would you support Lindsey Graham? Lindsey Graham is the most horrible, rancid rhino in the entire world. Why would President Trump support Lindsey Graham? Making some really bad decisions. Even though a lot of things happening are good, you're making some bad decisions. All right, U.S. workers account for all the job gains in 2025. See, this is the reason in the end you go, okay, I don't like what Trump did. Okay, I don't like Trump did. I don't like what Trump did. Oh, my God, he's turning into a deep stater. Oh, my God, he's turning into a rhino. Oh, my God, bad decision making. But then you see the results of what he does, and you can't not support Trump. U.S. workers account for all job gains in 2025. Bombshell report, American-born workers gained 2 million jobs since Trump's presidency, and foreign-born workers lose over 500,000. How do you argue with that? He's still the greatest president of my lifetime. He's still one of the best presidents ever. The latest jobs report under the Trump administration reveals a stunning turnaround. American-born workers have gained more than 2 million jobs since January, while foreign-born workers, most of them illegal aliens, have lost over 500,000. According to the June report by the U.S. Department of Labor, American-born workers gained a stunning 2,056,000 jobs. Foreign-born workers lost a jaw-dropping 543,000 jobs. So how do you get mad at President Trump when you see numbers like that? The data comes from the Household Survey, a critical part of the monthly employment situation report. Wow. Under Biden's globalist agenda, every single job was to a foreign-born citizen. Every single job. So again, gotta love Trump. Just disagree on Epstein, and I'd like him to turn it around and release the list. Or explain why not to the American people. GreatPatriotStore.com. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household and personal products you're already buying at your local supermarket or at Amazon or Costco or Walmart. Now you can buy online at GreatPatriotStore.com. But their products are much less expensive, higher quality, all made in the USA, cheaper prices. This is how you beat inflation. It's not a secret anymore. Over 2 million members. Just go to GreatPatriotStore.com. GreatPatriotStore.com and sign up, and they'll get right back to you. GreatPatriotStore.com. GreatPatriotStore.com.
If someone told you that you could change your life, change your entire life in 88 days, would you do it? Would you believe it?
We're John and Chelsea Jubilee. What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment. But life's a lot longer than a moment. You need something that's sustainable that will take care of you for a lifetime.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat, fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. We encourage you, go log on our website and look at these amazing testimonials.
Over and over again, we've heard our clients say it sounded too good to be true, but it worked for me.
I needed to reduce my arthritic pain, and I also had very, very high blood pressure that needed to normalize. And I'm pleased to say that I have absolutely no arthritic pain anymore, and my blood pressure is normal.
It was really cool to be able to get my life back. I didn't even think I'd cry talking about that.
I endorse the program wholeheartedly. It has led to improvements that I can't fully explain based on my medical knowledge as it was taught to me.
Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Hi, this is Wayne Alaroot. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. Fill out the form and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com. University of Pennsylvania agrees to follow Trump's mandate on protecting women's sports. They will issue a public statement adopting biology-based definitions of men and women and apologize to female swimmers affected by Leah Thomas, the trans athlete, and they will nullify Leah Thomas's medals. Okay, this guy enters the women's swim meets and wins every gold medal you could ever win against women, even though he would come in 300th against men, and they're going to delete all his medals. They're all going to be taken away from erased from the record books. And they're going to, University of Penn, Ivy League school, is going to adopt biology-based definitions and apologize to female swimmers. Wow. What a difference a president makes, my God.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns, we got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter.
time. Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot from Vertical Research Advisory, VRA, Kip Herridge's one-of-a-kind global investment and economic newsletter. Listen up. Trump is in charge. The glory days are here.
Growth rates are only going to grow from here.
This is your 4-year window to make a fortune and set up your retirement for the rest of your life. Kip wins whether the markets are up or down, whether the economy is up or down.
We set our folks up for long-term success.
For 21 years, Kip's been a friend, as well as my personal financial advisor. During that time, he's beaten the markets 86% of the time, while the average Wall Street money manager loses the market 90% of the time. Now Kip is predicting a new golden age for the economy. Let Kip prove it to you for free. Kip's offering his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. I know you'll stay for life. Join now at VRAinsider.com. Wayne Alaroot, we got another great interview for you. How do you top an interview with the border czar of the United States, Tom Homan? Well, how about if I bring you a guy that's going to make America, hopefully be a big part anyway, of making America the energy capital of the world and making us energy independent again. That's President Trump's goals. And we've got Mark Bruner with us, founder and CEO of Lost Soldier Oil and Gas. The website is lostsoldier.com. Take special note of that. lostsoldier.com, because you're going to want to contact him after you hear this interview, I'm betting. lostsoldier.com. Mark is a second-generation oil and gas legend. His companies have created more than $15 billion with a B in shareholder value, including Ultra Petroleum, his last big hit, which saw a $10,000 investment grow to $13 million. The company was publicly traded. If you bought $10,000 worth of stock at its peak, it was worth $13 million. But Mark believes he's found something even bigger and even better with Lost Soldier. Let's bring Mark on and let's talk about it, because this could be the biggest home run of your career. Mark Bruner, welcome to the show. How are you?
It's wonderful to see you, Wayne.
So you've put together, not found, but put together, pieced together 40,000 acres. It took you 40 years to do it. And now you believe that this could be even bigger and better than Ultra Petroleum. How do you beat something where a $10,000 investment eventually grew to $13 million? Each 10,000, $13 million. How could this be bigger and better and more special than that, Mark?
Well, I think the answer to that is that this is a basin that has never been drilled. I mean, we've known for 50 years where all the basins are, and every single one of them have been drilled except this one. And because there was a uranium mine out here, and whenever 3 Mile Island melted down, the Burial Land Management decided not to let anyone drill it until it was reclamated. So 3 years ago, I got a call because I did Ultra. They wanted me to drill this, and because they got the permits, the reclamation in the mine was finished, and we drilled it. And as they say, the rest is history. It's certainly by far the biggest thing I've ever found. And, you know, I'm not saying it'll be, 10,000 will go to 13 million. I can tell you with great confidence that it's an order of magnitude bigger than the Pinedale Anticline and Jonah Field and Ultra Petroleum. I can tell you that.
So let me ask a simple question that maybe the average person at home would ask right now. My average fan might ask right now, which is, how do you know this, Mark? Perhaps it's the last basin that hasn't been drilled because there's no oil and gas there. How do you know it's going to be this big?
Well, we've already drilled basically a third of the way down in the sedimentary section. And that's how we know, because we have logs and tests on the wells that we drilled so far. So we already know that there's overpressured gas zones, very much like a layer cake. And because we have hundreds of miles of seismic, and a way to interpret that seismic that's called a synthetic, we can see we've got enough room for up to 500 wells that we can drill horizontally on what we've already found. So it's very exciting. We know the gas is there, and it's just a matter of drilling up this field. And as they say, the rest will be history.
What are your plans for drilling this year, right now?
Well, I think the key is we're going to be drilling this year a deep well to test the deeper zones. And some of those zones we think are going to be very similar to Lost Soldier Field, which I named my company after, that's already produced over 400 million barrels of oil. So we expect to be able to test as many as another 8 or 9 zones below what we've already found. If what we just already found was 500 locations, we've got a giant field already, but we actually think there's more potential even below us.
So natural gas is what powers data centers. And if you watch any financial media, you know that data centers are the big rage in America. Everybody wants to build data centers all over this country and all over the world. You're planning a data center to be built right there on your Lost Soldier property. Tell us about it.
Well, I think I just might mention, besides me, the gentleman by the name of Harold Hamm, that is one of the most famous guys in the oil and gas business, certainly the most famous in the Rocky Mountains, just had a meeting in Tulsa, according to The Economist, and got together with CEOs of large independents, and they all agreed that gas and data centers is the future. And it's my belief that this test case that we're doing right now, being able to show economically with all of the new science that has been developed, that we will be able to open up a new business, the deep overpressure gas business, that will be the source of the supply for all of these data centers. No gas, big gas production, no data centers. It's that simple. Now, coal might provide a little, but mostly it's going to be natural gas.
You and I had a chance to have dinner in Las Vegas, live and in person. You and I had a chance to really get to know each other last week, and I had a fantastic time. You're a brilliant guy. You're a nice guy. You're a gentleman. You're a class act. I want to make sure everybody knows that. I was so impressed. You talked about the fact that all the pipelines are already in because so much drilling's gone on around this area. And they're all headed for the place where the most natural gas in America is used, California. So you could spend decades piping natural gas to California. Do I have that right?
You absolutely do. The incredible thing is that the trunk lines that go east and west to the East Coast and the West Coast to California are about 50 miles away at Wamsutter. All we're doing right now is building a pipeline, a 5-mile pipeline, and we're going to be drilling for the next 36 months. We expect to fill that pipeline up with 15 to 20 wells, not 500. And then within 5 years, we expect to put a 42 to a 46-inch line that would handle 2.5 to 5 BCF a day. And my crystal ball says we'll be the biggest producer of natural gas into California.
All right. And you expect to go public as well. That's in your plans, and fairly quickly, right? Next couple of years, you expect to be a public company like Ultra Petroleum.
Well, that's exactly right. I think the key critical thing is as soon as we fill that pipeline up and we start building the 42 to the 46-inch line, and we know we're going to have that gas production, we're going to get a wonderful valuation in terms of the stock market. And so Netherland Sewell, who's the number one energy company in the world that does valuations, is going to do the work for us. Actually, my father was their first client in the early 1950s for Texas Oil and Gas. So Fred Sewell's 97; he's still alive. They're going to do the valuation, and we're going to get credit for wells we haven't even drilled whenever we do that engineer report. So we expect it to be a very big IPO.
This is kind of the grand finale. If this were a fireworks show, give me the grand finale. I got about a minute. How big can Lost Soldier actually become, Mark Bruner?
Look, I mean, this is my opinion, okay? I can't prove it yet, but I've been involved in the business a long time. I think this is a 50 TCF gas field, okay? A giant field is 3 TCF. That's what I think, okay? Ultra was like 20, 25. This is much bigger than Ultra, in my opinion.
That's amazing. Ultra is the company that went public eventually, and nobody can guarantee results. But just to hear about Ultra, a $10,000 investment turned into $13 million. Each $10,000 you invested turned into $13 million at the peak of Ultra. Just amazing. If you can come even close to it, Mark, forget about equaling or beating it. You've got yourself one gigantic winner, just like that was the big winner for a decade on Wall Street. This could be a big winner for a decade on Wall Street again. So history hopefully repeats with Lost Soldier Oil and Gas. Mark Bruner, the website is lostsoldier.com. Lostsoldier.com. Just send if you want to be involved. If you're an accredited investor and you want to be involved in Lost Soldier, or you just want to hear more about it before you make a decision, just go to lostsoldier.com and put in your name and your contact information, and they will get right back to you. His team is a fantastic professional team. LostSoldier.com. Thank you, Mark Bruner. Lost Soldier. Exciting.
Thank you so much, Wayne. Good to see you again.
Great stuff. Hi, I'm Wayne LaRoute for Vertical Research Advisory, VRA, Kip Herridge's one-of-a-kind global investment and economic newsletter. Listen up. Trump is in charge. The glory days are here.
Growth rates are only going to grow from here.
This is your 4-year window to make a fortune and set up your retirement for the rest of your life. Kip wins whether the markets are up or down, whether the economy is up or down.
We set our folks up for long-term success.
For 21 years, Kip's been a friend, as well as my personal financial advisor. During that time, he's beaten the markets 86% of the time, while the average Wall Street money manager loses the market 90% of the time. Now Kip is predicting a new golden age for the economy. Let Kip prove it to you for free. Kip's offering his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. I know you'll stay for life. Join now at VRAinsider.com.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honor-Bound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honor-Bound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act. As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage. We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honor-Bound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
Without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment, but life's a lot longer than a moment.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat, fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
President Trump just asked the DOJ to look into arresting Alejandro Mayorkas for aiding and abetting an invasion of our country. How many times have I said that on this show? How many commentaries have I wrote about arresting Alejandro Mayorkas? And don't forget the border czar, Kamala. She was the border czar overseeing everything, including Alejandro Mayorkas. And I said those exact words, aiding and abetting the intentional destruction of the United States. He says aiding and abetting an invasion of our country, same thing. Kristi Noem says the Department of Homeland Security is working to prosecute CNN CNN might have to pay a price for promoting an app that blows the whistle at ICE agents, according to Kristi Noem. Every time they say something or announce something, I said it. I told them to do it. I prayed they do it. I begged them to do it. And I never imagined they'd do it because no one ever does. And they're doing it. President Trump is the best.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns. We got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. Hi.
Hi, this is Wayne Alaroot. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. Fill out the form and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com. Wayne Allen Roots, give you a little tip. I think my next commentary is going to be Pam Bondi's got to go. She's the new Bill Barr. She's undermining Trump, and she's got to go. She's got to walk the plank. She's got to fall on the sword. Pam Bondi's got to be fired. And I'll tell you all the reasons why I believe that. She was the wrong person for the job from the beginning, in my opinion. Someone I like a lot has been on my show multiple times. Ken Paxton is the Attorney General of Texas and running for U.S. Senate in Texas, and his wife just announced she's leaving him because she basically said he cheated on her, and everybody knows that. It's been an open secret for years that he's had many affairs. But again, I'm not a witness. I don't know. I'm just telling you I've heard the rumors, and she decided to leave, and she said today because he did not follow the biblical definition of marriage. So you know what that means. So, you know, it really sucks because here you have Cornyn is the U.S. Senator in Texas, who's the ultimate rhino, just like Lindsey Graham, another rhino, Cornyn. And Paxton, I thought, was going to beat him. Everyone was ready in Texas for a new choice, and now the guy's wife leaves him in the middle of his Senate campaign and basically announces he's been cheating on her. So what do you think's going to happen? I don't think he's going to win now. That's a problem. That sucks, you know? And I don't think there's any coincidences here. You have a rhino and you got a big conservative patriot and a MAGA guy, and suddenly the wife leaves the MAGA guy because she's confronted with the truth about all his affairs. Would that have happened if he had been the rhino? The rhinos undermining Trump? They never seem to go after them. They only go after the MAGA guys. CNN is stunned as a majority of Americans back Trump's mass deportation plan. Doesn't surprise me. The problem is, does Trump back Trump's mass deportation plan? He announced that he wants to exempt farm workers and hotel workers. And that's not what MAGA wants. But there's a problem, and I admitted it on this show several times. I want to get rid of every illegal, and I believe everyone who walks in our country or breaks in our country illegally, just that act makes them a criminal. They're all criminals. They all got to go. They have no right to be in this country. But, and I want all of them to go. And all of you want all of them to go. And a majority of Americans want all of them to go. But if they all go, what happens when every restaurant has no workers? What happens when every hotel has no workers? What happens when there's no one at any farm to pick the fruit and the vegetables? What's going to happen to the food supply? What's going to happen to your favorite restaurant? What's going to happen to hotels? It's a problem. So I think I've got the answer. I'm writing the commentary now. I think there's a compromise here. I really do. I want to get rid of all of them, not everyone, but the exception, hotel workers and farm workers. I don't want to leave them either. I want them to go. But maybe, just maybe, our country can't operate without them. So we got to think about a compromise, and I think I've got the answer on that. Plus, I've said many times, I want to get rid of all of them, and I want Trump to get rid of all of them, but you can't physically do it. It was never going to happen. How many times have I said that on this show? That there's 20 million just in the last 4 years, and there's probably 40 to 50 million, because 20 or 30 million were already here when Trump got there. So there's 50 million illegals. How are you getting rid of 50 million when you only have a few 100,000 ICE officers? It doesn't make sense. The math never added up. I've said this on the show, that the most Trump could get rid of is like 2 million in the next 4 years. That's the most. So there's got to be a compromise, and I think I've come up with it. I'll have it written up next week. ICE agents fight off masked mob outside Blue City Immigration Court. Masked protesters in San Francisco attempt to block federal agents from performing their duties outside Immigration Court. You know, we've got a coup. This is a coup. This is an insurrection. This is everything Democrats accused of us of on January 6th. They're doing, which is what Saul Alinsky, the communist agitator, advised. Look in the mirror, whatever you see, blame the other guy. Blame your opponent. Rogue judge defies Supreme Court ruling on injunctions and blocks Trump's order ending birthright citizenship for illegal aliens. How do you like that one? He doesn't care what the Supreme Court says. He's blocking it. We'll see how that works out. Let's see if Trump's willing to arrest some of these judges. Democrats and the fake news media are hiding this from the American public. Illegal migrants collect more food, housing, and cash benefits and Medicaid than natural-born citizens. Who didn't know that? I knew that. I'm glad to see it. It's like I knew the COVID vaccine was killing people, but it's not the same as seeing it in black and white proof in a study. And I knew that illegals collect more welfare, forms of welfare, and free health care than Americans, than citizens born in the United States. I knew that, but until you see it in writing, you can't prove it. ICE arrests and identifies nearly a dozen violent illegal alien sexual predators and pedophiles in Minneapolis. That is Tim Walz's territory. And a terrified European family reveals a Democrat-run city they visited where they've never felt so unsafe, Seattle. Seattle has turned into a crap hole thanks to Democrats. Emio Life, as we say goodnight, sponsor of today's show. One of my favorite companies. I use their alkaline structured silver solution 3 or 4 times a day to boost my immune system. Keeps me healthy, right? I went on vacation. I'm never sick. If you get sick, you can't do the show. If you get sick, you might miss your vacation and lose all the money you put down. I never get sick. I've been sick twice in 30 years. Thank you, Emio Life, for boosting my immune system. I use their silver gel on my face each night, silver lozenges throughout this show to keep my voice alive, all part of my daily wellness routine. Go to AmioLife.com. Every product 30% off. Just type in Root 30 at checkout. Root 30 for Wayne Root, 30% off. Root 30 at AmioLife.com. That's it for tonight's show. Glad to be back in the saddle again. We'll see you tomorrow for another edition of this podcast right here, same place, same time. Wayne on the Root, rootforamerica.com. God bless.